March 20th, it's 7:17 p.m. Somebody just sent me a text about, I guess, one of the videos that I did, saying when I told them that I went into the gym to take a shower this morning, and when I walked in there, the first song that I heard playing in there, right when you walk in, they got it going constantly. It was REO Speedwagon. It was called Time for Me to Fly. And I told you I've had two dreams where I turned into a spirit and flew away. Well, I didn't think about it, but somebody else just sent me a text. I just wanted to share this with everybody out there. But that song, it's off the album that it comes off of. It's called You Can't Tune a Piano, or You Can Tune a Piano, but You Can't Tune a Fish. Well, I used to work on a tuna fishing boat in Hawaii, too. And it was probably about the same time that they came out with that. I don't know, but this was back in the early 80s when I worked on a tuna fishing boat in the South Pacific. But it's pretty neat, you know, that I would hear that song now, Time for Me to Fly. And the name of that album was You Can Tune a Piano, but You Can't Tune a Fish. But I did work on a tuna fishing boat. And if you guys would have seen even my experience out there one time while I was swimming out there, had a whole school of tuna fish came up, but I just got out of the water barely. And we filled up, our whole decks were filled with tuna. We called in other boats. Their decks were all filled with tuna for hours and hours. We sat there catching them. No bait or nothing, just our decks were filled with them, tuna. All because I was out there swimming in the water. Well, there was 3 of us, but 2 of them took off because they were yelling for us to get out of the water because of something they seen coming up from the bottom of the ocean. And I was looking for it. I kind of stayed out there for a while looking to see what they were talking about. And I was thinking if it's a shark, I didn't want it to come up behind me, you know, and I figured I wanted to see what it was that was coming. That's just the way I was. And sure enough, I seen it coming up from the bottom, and I got out of the water because the water kept went from sky blue to pure black, pitch black, and you couldn't even see through it no more, from sky blue to pitch black when I got out of the water, and it was tuna fish. But yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. It was a song called Time for Me to Fly. And then this morning I had a dream where I turned into a spirit. Just like you guys see those spirits flying around me, I turned into a spirit and I flew off. And then about, I don't know, 3-4 days ago, 5 days ago, I had a dream where I turned into a big white spirit. And I flew off when I was looking at some honey up high. And I was wondering how I was going to get it when all of a sudden I turned into a spirit and flew away. And then to walk in there and hear that song, Time for Me to Fly. I believe we're at that time now, you guys, where it's time for us to go. But like I said, you know, until we do go, because nobody knows that time exactly. I'm just seeing the messages happening around me. But until we do go, you know, we keep sharing the message, because after we're gone, that's all they're going to have is our persistent, you know, telling them, trying to warn them. That's all they're going to have. And I'm sure you know, it's going to be hard to even find a Bible from what I understand. At those times, you know, it's going to be some very difficult times for them. But hopefully we can encourage some of them for what they're going to have to go through to be brave in those last days, you know. But anyhow, I wanted to share that with you guys. God bless you, and I hope and pray that you guys get something out of these messages, because I truly do believe it is time for us to fly. It was really neat that person would share with me that the name of that album was called You Can Tune a Piano, but You Can't Tune a Fish. And I worked on it. God bless you guys.